Yeah, hi friends, welcome to the webinar. We'll just wait a minute or so. काफी हमारे दोस्त लोग अभी भी join हो रहे हैं. So we'll just wait a minute and start the session in the next 1 minute. Thank you. Yeah, without wasting any further time, we'll start with the session. सो आज का सेशन एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक के ऊपर है दैट इज स्टॉप लॉस वाइल ट्रेडिंग सो विल कवर स्टॉप लॉस वाइल ट्रेडिंग इन द डेरिवेटिव सेगमेंट बट विल आल्सो एक्सप्लेन स्टॉप लॉसेस एज अ ट्रेडिंग रूल वाइल ट्रेडिंग इन द कैश सेगमेंट एज वेल क्योंकि बहुत सारे हमारे कस्टमर्स हैं who would like to know about this particular topic and the different types of stop losses. So we have all of them I have covered in the form of examples so that the concepts are much more clean and understandable to all our friends. And at the end of the session, हमारा एक Q&A round रहेगा. So anyone who has any queries can please feel free to ask your queries at the end of the session. So starting with, there is a very famous quote that amateur traders focus on how much they can make, while the professional जो traders रहते हैं they focus on how much they can lose. तो वो लोग पहला अपना फोकस लूजिंग साइड पे रखते हैं. अगर ट्रेड गलत गया है तो फिर कितना लॉस हो सकता है, उसको हम मिनिमाइज कैसे कर सकते हैं, ये सब चीज एक प्रोफेशनल ट्रेडर का मेन फोकस रहता है. वाइल जो नए नए ट्रेडिंग करना चालू करते हैं उनका पूरा फोकस प्रॉफिटेबल साइड पे रहता है कि कितना मैं मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट निकाल सकता हूँ. दे डू नॉट प्लान फॉर द नेगेटिव पार्ट ऑफ द ट्रेड. सी हर एक ट्रेड सही नहीं जा सकता. देर आर टाइम्स इन द मार्केट, जैसे आज का सिचुएशन वेर इट वॉज नो देर वॉज नो मेजर इंडिकेशन ऑफ एनी मेजर सेल ऑफ, लेकिन फिर भी ऑलमोस्ट 250 पॉइंट्स का करेक्शन आ जाता है मार्केट में. एंड ट्रेडर्स who have a bullish position have to adjust to the market scenario. So in these type of situations it's extremely important how you manage your trade, where you cut off your position, आप risk management कैसे करते हो. All these things are extremely important. So like I mentioned, 90% of the traders fail not due to bad entry prices. Entry price से ज़्यादा लेना देना है नहीं. The main thing is how you exit the trade. मतलब अगर ट्रेड आपके फेवर में नहीं जाता है तो आप पोजीशन कैसे काटते हो, या फिर ट्रेड आपके फेवर में भी जाता है देन ऑल्सो हाउ यू क्लोज आउट योर पोजीशन. सो दोज आर दी एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स दैट अ ट्रेडर हैज टू फोकस ऑन. तो आज का पूरा सेशन जो है वो स्टॉप लॉस के कॉन्सेप्ट के ऊपर है एंड मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द फोकस इज ऑन द डेरिवेटिव ट्रेडिंग बिकॉज इन डेरिवेटिव स्टॉप लॉस बिकम्स इवन मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट. कैश सेगमेंट में इम्पॉर्टेंट है ही, but if you are trading in derivatives, stop loss is one of the most important tools that you have to protect your capital. So what is stop loss? See, all the concepts I will try to explain with the help of example. So what is stop loss? So even the theoretical definition does not have much importance. The importance is actual practical mein that understanding the different types of stop losses that are there. What is the risk management tool that we have at our end. So if you look at this today's chart, ये आज का ही चार्ट है, ये सेंसेक्स का चार्ट है. So today we have got a 650 point correction going into close. ये लगभग मैंने 2 बजे के आसपास बनाया था. The correction could have been a bit more, even 100 points further. So almost a 700 point correction आज we witnessed in Sensex today. So the index corrected from about 82,250 levels towards 81,400 levels on the downside. If anyone sees this particular candle at the end of the day, तो सबको लगेगा कि there was one large day of selling pressure, but that's not true. what actually happened is this is the option price of in the money options. तो जो पुट ऑप्शन है, आई हैव टेकन टू एग्जांपल्स, 81,900 का ये पुट ऑप्शन है. सो टुडे दिस इज टुडेज चार्ट इटसेल्फ, तो आज का ही चार्ट है ये. You can clearly see at 9:15 or so the price was around 66 rupees. तो 66 rupees से ये 265 तक गया. From 265 it came back once again towards the levels of 74 on the downside. From 74 once again it went to 320. 320 से वापस 150 odd levels तक आया. From 150 again it has gone towards 500. So that is how volatile the option price is. Even though at the end of the day, if you see the daily candlestick of a particular index, or if you see the daily candlestick of a particular stock, it may look like a one directional move, but that is not the case. The product or the underlying that you trade is very choppy in nature. So whenever you are trading in options, the only tool that can protect you when the trade goes wrong. So suppose you purchase something at आपने high point पे 265 पे buy कर दे ये particular option को. So you should know that what is the price that you are going to exit if the trade goes wrong. You cannot wait for your entire capital to go wiped out. तो ये सब situations में whenever you are trading, you have to maintain what is known as a stop loss. Stop loss is nothing but the level that at which you decide कि अगर मेरा trade मेरे favor में नहीं जाता है, then I am going to close out my position. और stop loss को हमको at the start of the trade ही decide करना है, ना कि जब भी trade गलत जाना लग जाता है. Means we should not be in a situation that the trade has started going wrong and then we decide upon our stop loss. When we are taking the trade itself, start में ही हमको decide करना है, this is my entry point, 60 or 80 points is going to be my stop loss, and if the trade goes against me, I am going to close out my position. Likewise, this is another in the money put option. तो वो 81,900 का था, ये 81,700 का पुट ऑप्शन है. सेम थिंग, द प्राइस फ्रॉम 39 वेंट टू 174, 174 से वापस 46, 46 से 180, 180 से 78, एंड फ्रॉम 78 वी हैव सीन अ स्ट्रॉन्ग रैली टुवर्ड्स 390. ये पुट ऑप्शन का प्राइसेस है. आई जस्ट वांटेड टू हाईलाइट हाउ वॉलेटाइल द पर्टिकुलर ट्रेडिंग प्रोडक्ट इज. मल्टीपल टाइम्स आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगा, सो यू डू नॉट हैव टू वरी. आपका स्टॉप लॉस एक दो बार बच भी जाता है. There are multiple opportunities during the day which you can capture, but you will be able to capture all those opportunities only if you have preserved your capital in trade. Especially derivative trading में, especially options में, it is a very important to maintain a fixed stop loss. Generally हम लोग जब भी निफ्टी options में trade करते हैं, we maintain a stop loss of around 25 to 30 points of the option premium. जब भी हम लोग सेंसेक्स में ट्रेड कर रहे हैं, we generally tend to maintain a stop loss of around 70 to 80 points of the option premium, because Sensex is much more volatile because of the underlying value itself. अगर Sensex का value देखोगे, it is at 81,400 odd levels, और Nifty जो है that is at 24,600 odd levels. So there is a vast difference. It is almost 3 times the size of Nifty. So the movement or the volatility during an intraday trading session is much more higher in Sensex compared to Nifty. Now coming to some of the key risk management tools. So risk management is not only about preventing daily losses, but it is to tide over and to trade another day. मतलब there may be multiple trading sessions wherein आपका view सही नहीं बैठ रहा है, but it does not matter. You do not have to think about trading as one individual day. Trading is a probability game. आपको 100 ट्रेड या 200 ट्रेड के ऊपर आपको डिटरमाइन करना है whether your strategy that you are using is a profitable one or a negative one. So no trader can control the market movement. So no trader can control the market movement, but every trader can control their personal risk. So you are never more than one bad trade away from wiping your account clean. मतलब अगर आप डेरिवेटिव ट्रेडिंग में स्पेशली अगर आप स्टॉप लॉस मेंटेन नहीं कर रहे हो, then there is a very good chance that your entire trading capital will get wiped out. I have 2 basic rules about winning in trading as well as life. If you do not bet, you do not win. तो ट्रेडिंग में आपको पोजीशन लेना ही पड़ेगा. इफ यू स्टे ऑन द साइड लाइन्स ऑल द टाइम, देयर इज वेरी लिटिल चांस ऑफ coming out or getting any trade on your winning side, but you have to see that you do not lose all your chips that you bet on. तो आपको calculated way में risk लेना है. You do not have to bet everything in one go, but you also have to take the bet. आपको risk लेना ही पड़ेगा. If you do not take the risk or if you do not take the trade, see, nervousness तो सबको ही होता है trade लेते समय, but you have to overcome that nervousness. You have to maintain the appropriate risk management, and you have to take the trade. So even if the stop loss gets hit, there is no worry. इसका यही मतलब है that that particular trade did not go in your favor, but there are multiple opportunities during the day as well as during the week where you will get opportunities to recover. अगर आपका trade गलत भी जाता है, there will be multiple opportunities to recover your losses. This is a few more things to keep in mind before we take the examples moving forward. तो आपका मैक्सिमम कैपिटल आप जो एलोकेट कर रहे हो, आपको मालूम रहना चाहिए हर एक ट्रेड के लिए आप कितना एलोकेट कर रहे हो, आप कितना कैपिटल लूज करने को तैयार हो. सी इफ यू शुड नो दैट इफ दिस पर्टिकुलर ट्रेड गोज रॉन्ग, तो आपका मैक्सिमम लॉस कितना है वो पर्टिकुलर ट्रेड में. मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ पोजीशंस यू आर विलिंग टू ओपन साइमल्टेनियसली. सो सम ट्रेडर्स आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल विद ओपनिंग 3-4 ट्रेडिंग पोजीशन साइमल्टेनियसली. कोई ट्रेडर्स काफी रिस्क टेकर्स रहते हैं जब भी मार्केट बुलिश रहता है या बेरिश रहता है, एंड इट इज अ वन डायरेक्शनल मार्केट. दे डू नॉट जस्ट ओपन वन पोजीशन, दे ओपन 3-4 पोजीशन साइमल्टेनियसली बिकॉज दे डू नॉट नो कि कौन से पर्टिकुलर ट्रेड में आपका प्रॉफिटेबली आएगा. नो ट्रेडर विल नो कि ये पर्टिकुलर ट्रेड में गारंटीड प्रॉफिट बनेगा या नहीं, बट दे नो दैट इफ दे टेक 10 ट्रेड्स, out of them 6 or 7 will come profitable to them. So that's why there are few traders who at any point of time open 3 to 4 trades rather than just one single trade. And minimum risk to reward ratio, understanding what is risk reward ratio. So I'll be explaining the concept of risk reward ratio as well, so it is clean to everyone. So this is a very interesting slide. This is regarding the rule of maintaining a stop loss. या फिर अगर आपका ट्रेड गलत जाता है and if 10% of your capital gets wiped out, this is slightly against a trader. So this is the law of probability, and the gains required to recover means the percentage gains required to recover your losses. तो अगर 100 रुपए पे है और एक 10% करेक्शन हो जाता है, you will require 11.11% to recover your original capital. अगर कैपिटल आपका अगर 100 रुपए से 80 हो जाता है, you require 25% return to come back to 100. So that is the percentage. In percentage terms, it is slightly skewed against a trader. So same way, if your capital was at 100 और आपको एक 50% loss हो जाता है, you require 100% return to recover or come back to your original position. So this is in probability terms. In percentage terms, this is a very quite challenging thing. So you should not wait for 50% of your capital to get eroded and then see कि वापस मैं capital कैसे 100% तक लेके जाऊं. At a small risk, you should cut down your loss making positions so that you do not wipe out your entire capital. Suppose from 100 you come down to 10 rupees, मतलब 90% का आपका loss हो जाता है, you require a 900% trade to come back to 100 rupees. So just see how challenging it is. So especially in options, there are many traders who just buy the option and leave it. मतलब कभी भी अपने पोजीशन को ट्रैक नहीं करते. That's a very dangerous thing to do. If the option price comes to 20-30 rupees, उधर से वापस 100 rupees तक पोजीशन को लेके जाना is an extremely challenging thing. You would require very swift movement in the market to come back in your favor. Now coming to understanding a few of the concepts regarding risk reward ratio. So even though the name is risk reward ratio, it is actually reward divided by risk. The name may sound as risk reward ratio, but the actual formula जो है, that is reward divided by risk. So suppose you buy a particular position at 100, जिसका आपका टारगेट 108 है और स्टॉप लॉस 95 है. So what is the risk reward formula basically telling is you divide your target, that is मतलब आपके entry से target कितना दूर है, that is 8 points, and your stop loss is 5 points away. So 8 divided by 5, that is 1.6 is your risk reward ratio. See, when you're trading in options, even if you maintain a risk reward of 1:1, and if you have a good strike rate, you will come out on the profitable side. It is all a combination of these two things. पूरा जो trading का जो game है, it is a game of maintaining risk reward, and it is a game of maintaining strike rate, winning strike rate, that is. So there are few traders जिनका strike rate 30-40% भी रहता है. That does not mean they are making losses, लेकिन जब उनका if you see their risk reward ratio, it bees generally bees about 2 or 2.5. इसका ये मतलब है whenever they get a winning trade, they make almost 2 times their stop loss, and when they have a negative trade, it is just a minimal amount of their capital is lost. So even though they have a low strike rate, they may be having a very good risk reward, and they may still be a profitable trader. This is very important to understand. Many times people feel कि आपको हमेशा profitability मतलब the strike rate पे focus करना है. It is not that. You have to focus on strike rate as well as you have to focus on the risk reward ratio. Likewise, even if you are selling a particular share, suppose the share is trading at 100, जिसका टारगेट 93 है और स्टॉप लॉस 104 है. So once again, your risk reward ratio is 7 divided by 4. 7 because आपका टारगेट 97 है, and 4 because your stop loss is 104. So 7 divided by 4 is 1.75. So I hope everyone understood what is risk reward ratio in trading. Both of the things are important, your winning probability as well as the risk reward ratio. Now coming to understanding risk reward and trade management. I have taken two scenarios over here. I hope everyone is able to see the slide clearly. I'll just explain it in a very simple manner. So there are two traders, A and B. Both have 1 lakh capital with them. Trader A has a win ratio of, means a profitable, when the trade goes correct, he makes 140%. When the trade goes wrong, he makes 70% loss. Trader B, when the trade goes correct, he makes 10% profit, and when the trade goes wrong, he makes 5% loss. This may look quite similar. मतलब 140 is 2 times of 70%, while 10% is 2 times of 5%. For any normal person, it may look the same, but this is not the case. If you take 6 trades, take the first trade is profitable. दोनों के scenario में we have taken that the first trade goes correct. So when you make 140% on 1 lakh, you end up with 2,40,000. For 10%, you make 10,000. So your after both the trades, trader A has capital of 2,40,000. Trader B has a capital of 1,10,000. Then exact next trade goes wrong. So trader A loses 70% of his capital. So 70% of 2,40,000 means 1,68,000 is wiped out. Now you have 72,000. Trader B, when 5% loss जब भी उसको होता है, his capital comes from 1,10,000 to 1,04,500. See the difference in numbers. So it is very important to maintain the optimal level of stop loss in your trade. And if you see over a course of 6 trades, trader B remains with just 37,324 as his trading capital, while trader B has a capital of 1,14,117 after 6 trades. Every trade, there is one profitable trade, one lost trade, one profitable trade, one lost trade. But 70% is a very large amount if the trade goes wrong. So it has a very bad impact on your trading capital, and it's very challenging to recover or come back to your original cost. So always maintain the desired level of stop loss while doing trading. Now coming to another concept of trading, before we come to the topic of stop losses, these are very important things traders face. This is known as a concept of gambler's fallacy. So there is an impulsive short seller. This is just from an example perspective that we have taken. The particular index, that is Nifty, was at 17,850 when the first short trade was taken. ट्रेडर ए ने एक शॉर्ट पोजीशन लिया जब भी इंडेक्स 17,850 पे था. There is a large bearish candle which is formed, and he considers to take a short position, but the trade goes wrong. मतलब there is a sharp pullback in the market, and the index moves above 17,850. So the first trade goes wrong. Now he takes another short position at 18,400. Once again, a bearish candle is formed, and for 2 to 3 trading sessions, there is a correction in the market. But again, there is a strong rally in the market, and even that particular short position gets taken out. मतलब stop loss लग जाता है. He does so for 4 trades. मतलब 4 लगातार बार the trader takes a short position in the market. What is gambler's fallacy? It is that ट्रेडर को लगता है कि अभी मैंने 4 शॉर्ट पोजीशंस लिए हैं जो सब गलत गए हैं, so I should take the 5th trade wherein the probability of success is higher for my 5th trade. But do note that there is absolutely no link with the first 4 trades. 5th trade का first 4 trade से कोई लिंक नहीं है. एवरी ट्रेड इज इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ द अदर ट्रेड. मतलब हर एक ट्रेड का प्रोबेबिलिटी जो है वो 50% है. बिफोर ट्रेडिंग द ट्रेड, your probability of success is 50% for any particular trade, and it has no correlation with the previous trades which have gone correct or wrong. So gambler's fallacy basically is a mindset which builds up that if I have gone wrong 4 to 5 times, there is a very good chance that my 5th trade will be in my favor. But that is not the case, and you can still be wrong on the 5th trade as well. So that is the basic understanding and simple understanding of gambler's fallacy. Now coming back to our topic of stop losses. So ये अलग अलग टाइप के stop losses है which a trader can follow. So first one among them is a percentage based stop loss. Then we have hello. Uh, yeah, is my voice audible at present? Is my voice audible at present? If that is, then I'll just go to. Yeah, sorry for the issue. So now currently we are at the slide. I hope the slide is visible, wherein you can see the different types of stop losses. We have percentage based stop loss. We have a fixed point based stop loss. Then we have technical analysis based stop loss, volatility based stop loss, fixed points for the option premium, and time based stop losses. So these are the different types of stop losses that are there. Sorry for the slight technical problem that we had. So I'll just take it's all the concepts that I have mentioned. From here onwards also I'll be explaining the slides with examples, so there is nothing that we have lost till now. So these are the different types of stop losses that are there in the that a trader can follow. One is percentage based stop loss. One is fixed point based stop loss. Then we have technical analysis based stop loss, volatility based stop loss, fixed points or of the option premium, and time based stop loss. We'll go one by one through all of them. So this is a fixed point stop loss. Fixed point stop loss basically means that you have taken a trade at 100 rupees. We maintain 10 points as our stop loss. So if you have taken a trade entry at 100, then the stop loss becomes 90. If the trade gets hit, that is the stop loss gets hit, then you close out your position. So that's the most common form of stop loss that any particular trader takes in the market. That is fixed point based stop loss. Even when you're doing derivative trading or future based trading, we generally tend to take fixed point based stop loss. So this is the common one. Now moving on to the next slide. So even on the buy side or on the sell side, the fixed point based stop loss is the most common form of stop loss. So अगर आप sell भी कर रहे हो या buy भी कर रहे हो, this is one of the most common forms of maintaining a stop loss. wherein अगर आप पोजीशन शॉर्ट भी कर रहे हो, सपोज यू टेक अ शॉर्ट पोजीशन एट 1000 rupees, you will be maintaining a fixed stop loss of 1040 or 1060. If the trade goes in your favor and there is a further correction, you close out your position. So that's the basic understanding of a fixed point based stop loss. अगर आप ऑप्शन प्रीमियम में भी ट्रेडिंग कर रहे हो, you have taken a position at you have purchased the at the money put option. Suppose you have paid 100 as the option premium, and you will be maintaining somewhere around 78, 76 as your stop loss. That is known as fixed point based stop loss. Now coming to the concept of percentage based stop loss. So percentage based stop loss is nothing but a fixed percentage of the entry position. So suppose you take an entry at 100, you will be maintaining a fixed trade based stop loss, suppose percentage based stop loss of 5%. तो 5% का अगर आप एंट्री प्राइस का 5% कैलकुलेट करोगे, that would be your stop loss in any particular trade. So this is an example that we have. One second, the slide is getting loaded. Yeah, so sorry for the slight technical glitch. So if you see, this is a percentage based stop loss, wherein you maintain a fixed percentage of your entry point as your stop loss. Uh, so, uh, so this is a very simple method of maintaining a stop loss. It is similar to your fixed percentage based stop loss. Now coming to the concept of ATR based stop loss. So ATR based stop loss is based on volatility. There is a technical tool known as ATR. ATR basically means average traded range. So I'll not go into the calculation part of this particular indicator, but ये indicator widely used indicator है, which is used to tell you the volatility of the market. So ATR basically is an indicator that you can use as a stop loss. So generally traders, अगर ATR का वैल्यू 18 या 20 है, traders generally tend to maintain 3 times the ATR as your stop loss. तो अगर आपने एंट्री लिया है एक पर्टिकुलर काउंटर में, तो 3 times that particular ATR value is your stop loss for the particular trade. So this is very good when the volatility of the markets tends to increase. जब भी volatility काफी बढ़ जाता है, that's a good time to make use of ATR as a trailing stop loss. So higher the volatility of the underlying stock or the index, your ATR value will be higher, and likewise you can maintain a higher stop loss. So there is a good chance that your stop loss will not be hit if you make use of an ATR during volatile market scenarios. So this is another dynamic stop loss that you can make use of, moving average based SL. So a moving average based SL is nothing but a dynamic stop loss. The higher the value of the moving average, the more dynamic it is or changes to price action. So you can see that a very short period stop loss will move very, I mean a moving average will move very closely to the price action. So this is a very good method to maintain a trailing stop loss. तो आप ये particular slide में देख सकते हो, if you maintain a 7 period or a 5 period moving average as a stop loss, you can very well trail your position. लंबे समय तक आप ये particular trade में आप position रख सकते हो if you maintain a moving average as your trailing stop loss. So this is one very good method of continuing your position or holding on to winning trades. काफी बार आपको समझ नहीं आएगा when you should close out your position. So till the time the price or the particular stock does not dip below its moving average, you can continue to hold on to the stock. Likewise, Even on the selling side, you can make use of a particular moving average as your trailing stop loss. In this particular example, we have taken a short trade, and the sell position आप देख सकते हो, and we have made use of the trailing stop loss as the dynamic SL. तो जब तक प्राइस मूविंग एवरेज के ऊपर नहीं जाता, we continue to trail our positions and continue to maintain the trade. When the price moves above the moving average, that's the time we close out the particular trade. So you can see in this, we are able to capture a very large part of the down move because the price was continuously below the moving average. And once the index or the particular stock goes into a sideways consolidation, that's the time the moving average comes closer towards the trading price, and there is a good chance that the stop loss will be hit. So whenever it is in a trending phase, जब भी एक market या एक particular stock एक trending phase में है, that time making use of a moving average as a trailing stop is a very good thing. When it is in a sideways zone or in a consolidation zone, ये time पे not much help is got from a moving average, क्योंकि बार बार आपका stop loss trigger होने का chance है. But in a directional or a one directional move in the market, at that time it is good to make use of the moving average as your trailing stop loss. So these are another example. This is another example of multiple occasions that whenever the price tests your moving average, you can close out, you can take fresh short positions until the time the price action is below your moving average. You can continue to short the counter. So this is a very good method of trading or making use of moving average. It may sound as a very simple concept, but it works very well in few stocks. तो आपको हर एक स्टॉक के लिए आपको डिटरमाइन करना पड़ेगा विच इज अ गुड मूविंग एवरेज and for the particular underlying, because not every moving average will work for every individual stock. हर एक इंडिविजुअल स्टॉक का the average may be different. There may be few averages which may work on a large number of set of stocks, but they will not work on every set of stock. Some stocks may require a closer moving average. A stock which is very volatile may require a slightly larger moving average. So you will have to do back testing and determine कि कौन से stock के लिए कौन से moving average is a good trailing stop loss. So this is another example of making use of resist or determining the resistance level. ये 200 EMA. This is one of the most widely used long-term moving averages to determine the stop loss in the market. So you can use multiple times till the time the stock is trading below its 200-day moving average. You do not consider to take a long position. There are many traders who do investing also based on the moving average. तो जब भी पोजीशन या पर्टिकुलर काउंटर 200-day मूविंग एवरेज के नीचे है, दे जनरली टेंड टू अवॉइड इट. दीज आर मोमेंटम बेस्ड ट्रेडर्स, डू नोट दैट. अगर आप एक एक्सट्रीम लॉन्ग टर्म हो, then you can definitely take a position whenever you feel the valuations are correct. But if you are a momentum based long term investor, then there are traders who generally avoid taking positions below the 200-day moving average, and once the stock witnesses a breakout above the 200-day moving average, they once again take a long position on the upside. So this is once again another example of making use of the moving average as a stop loss. Moving average is one of the best methods of making use of dynamic stop losses if you are trying to cover the entire rally of a particular stock. जब भी market एक trending phase में है, making use of moving averages is one of the best methods because you do not know किधर आपको position काटना है. If you make use of a very small fixed point based stop loss, there may be multiple days when the position may get closed out, but a moving average acts as a dynamic stop loss. It moves along with your price, but not so close to your price that you will be whipsawed out of your trade. So that's the beauty of making use of a moving average as your trailing stop loss. Now moving on to another concept of a stop loss. This is a time-based stop loss. तो टाइम बेस्ड स्टॉप लॉस इज जब भी आप एक ट्रेड लेते हो, यू मोर और लेस डिसाइड दैट इफ फॉर द नेक्स्ट 15-20 ट्रेडिंग डेज you do not get the required price action, you will close out your trade. तो ये पर्टिकुलर एग्जांपल में, ये जो एग्जांपल लिया है, लगभग एक महीने तक द प्राइस एक्शन वाज इन अ साइडवेज जोन. सो देयर आर मोर बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटीज इन द मार्केट. इट्स नॉट दैट दिस वन स्टॉक इज द बेस्ट स्टॉक इन द मार्केट. अगर ट्रेड गलत जाता है, यू शुड नो दैट within a time frame also that you would consider closing out your position. A breakout could come, that is no doubt about it. कभी भी breakout आ सकता है, but you cannot continue holding on to your position waiting for that breakout to come. There is limited capital. You would also like to take better trades in the market. So this is a time based stop loss wherein आपके desired time frame के अंदर अगर movement नहीं आता है, then you close out your trade and you move on to your next trade. So this is known as a time based stop loss. Now coming to some of the important concepts while trading in the market based on stop loss and maintaining risk reward. One is ego versus discipline. बहुत बार traders को ego आ जाता है wherein they feel that what they are doing is always correct and they have a good command of the market. See, markets, there are phases wherein all your trades can go wrong or all your trades can go correct. This is the phase when all your trades go correct. That is the time when ego comes into a trader and he lets go of the discipline. Even one bad trade can wipe out a significant part of your capital. अगर आप, if you are not disciplined, especially in derivatives, you will definitely face trouble while trading. So it's extremely important to be a disciplined trader. हर एक ट्रेड में आप स्टॉप लॉस मेंटेन करो, हर एक ट्रेड में अप्रोप्रिएट कैपिटल डिप्लॉय करो, ना कि एक पर्टिकुलर ट्रेड में आप पूरा कैपिटल डाल रहे हो, एक ट्रेड में आप सिर्फ 5% ऑफ योर कैपिटल डाल रहे हो. दीज आर नॉट the right methods to trade in the market. Every trade you should allocate the same amount of capital. Suppose you are taking 10 trades, हर एक ट्रेड में आपको same capital डालना है and you should maintain the appropriate risk reward ratios. The other point is loss aversion bias. There are few traders who do not want to take a loss itself. उनको हमेशा हर ट्रेड में प्रॉफिट ही गिनना है, and that does not work in trading. There is no trader in the world जिसने हर एक ट्रेड में प्रॉफिट ही बनाया है and कभी लॉस फेस नहीं किया है. It is all about risk management and taking number of trades, and to see that after 25-30 trades that you are on the profitable side, or after 100 trades you are on the profitable side. Do not check one by one कि हर एक ट्रेड आपका प्रॉफिट हो रहा है या नहीं. There may be a sequence of 5 to 6 trades also which may not go in your favor, but that does not mean that you will not take your 7th trade. You should take your every trade whenever there is a signal in the market. You should take that particular trade, because if you start doubting your system, then it's a very dangerous thing, because then you'll never have confidence कि आपको ये trade लेना है या नहीं लेना है. It's always guessing work. So trust your system that you have built, and once you have trusted your system, whenever you get a signal, please do take it, and take it with utmost confidence, because confidence is extremely important when you're trading in the market. The last point is the need for emotional detachment. This is a very important thing. बहुत बार traders get emotionally attached to a particular trade, and they lose focus while trading in the market. So be it emotionally detached from every single trade. If there may be traders who have a liking for a particular counter, and they may be allocating large capitals for this particular trade. काफी बार there are traders who like taking trades in small penny stocks, wherein they are able to take large positions. उनका ये मानना है कि अगर स्टॉक का प्राइस कम है, मैं लार्ज पोजीशंस ले पाऊंगा, and they get slightly emotionally swayed towards these counters. But do note, परसेंटेज टर्म्स में हर एक ट्रेड सेम है. आप एमआरएफ में 2% कमाओ या यस बैंक में 2% कमाओ कैपिटल के ऊपर, वो सेम ही है in terms of percentage on your invested capital. These are some of the common mistakes that traders make moving the stop loss after having taken the trade. So let me give an example what this actually means. सपोज you take an entry at 100, स्टॉक थोड़ा नीचे आ जाता है, कम्स क्लोजर टुवर्ड्स 85, आपने 80 का स्टॉप लॉस डिसाइड किया था, बट आउट ऑफ पैनिक और आउट ऑफ फियर यू कंसिडर टू मूव द स्टॉप लॉस इवन लोअर टुवर्ड्स 65 लेवल्स. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम ये 65 का भी लेवल हिट होने का ही चांस है. देयर इज अ रीजन व्हाई द स्टॉक went against you, because the price trend or action was not correct. There may be 1-2 times wherein the price will reverse from 84 and go towards 130, but because of these 1-2 times, do not play around with your stop loss. आपको पहले ही डिसाइड करना है जब भी आप ट्रेड ले रहे हो, what is going to be your stop loss. And if the stop loss of 65 gets hit, then imagine how difficult it is to recover from 65 back towards 100. From 80 it is still manageable to recover back towards 100. So moving the stop loss is a very dangerous thing while doing trading. Next is no stop loss in short positions. देखो, short करना is a very challenging thing. It's a skilled game, and in this you should always maintain a stop loss. आज के सिनारियो में भी if there was traders who was selling call options, because आज का trend it was on the downside, but there were multiple pullbacks, especially in the first half of the market, wherein if you had not maintained a stop loss, you would have been hit very badly, even if you were a call option seller. So be very careful of option selling, and see to that you always maintain the appropriate stop losses while trading in the market. There are traders who also maintain deep stop losses. तो अगर 100 पे कोई ट्रेड लिया है, दे विल बी मेंटेनिंग अ स्टॉप लॉस ऑलमोस्ट एट 60-55 लेवल्स. उनको फियर है कि मेरा स्टॉप लॉस हिट होने का चांस है, and that's why they maintain an irrational stop loss. If you maintain a stop loss of 60, 55 levels, that's almost 40% lower. What's the use of maintaining it? Matlab, if it gets hit, your entire capital is gone to the extent of 40%. Do not do such type things. Maintain the optimal level of stop loss when you're doing trading. So now coming to few examples of stop loss. So this is the example of Reliance Industries. If you see this particular stock, the setup was extremely beautiful. The stock witnessed a breakout on the upside. Rising trend line के ऊपर breakout हुआ है, wherein there are decent volumes. The volumes are also above average. The RSI is also above 60. Perfect setup है. Most of the traders would have gone on the long side. There is no doubt. You have to take whenever the signal comes, you have to take the trade. There is no second guessing, because if you start guessing that ये trade लेना है नहीं लेना है, then you are always out of the trade. मतलब it's better than you sit on the sidelines, because in nervousness you will be end up making more mistakes. See, the signal is come, you have to take the trade. But what is more important is if the trade goes wrong. So आप ये example से clearly देख सकते हो, even though the best of the best setups come in technical analysis, there is a good chance that the trade may not go in your favor. तो आप clearly देख सकते हो that Reliance का जो breakout आया था, that was a false breakout on the upside, and in such scenarios it is only risk management and stop loss which comes in your help. अगर आपने ये पर्टिकुलर ट्रेड में स्टॉप लॉस मेंटेन नहीं किया रहता, there was a chance that significant part of your capital will be wiped out. So you can clearly see through this example that even though some of the best setups come in technical and derivative trading, there is chance that it may not work in your favor. And when it does not work in your favor, the only thing that will help you is a stop loss. In option trading, this is even more important. आपको कैश सेगमेंट में थोड़ा टाइम तो मिलता है टू मेक डिसीजंस वेदर टू कैरी योर पोजीशंस, क्लोज योर पोजीशंस, बट इन डेरिवेटिव ट्रेडिंग दैट इज नॉट द केस. यू हैव टू बी एक्सट्रीमली निम्बल फुटेड. तो ये पहले का टाइम का था wherein the option prices were much more volatile. If you recollect about 1 year back, the option prices were very much more volatile in nature. So this is an example of the option prices wherein if you do not maintain a stop loss, even though there will be few trades where you'll get it correct, but अगर आपने stop loss maintain नहीं किया, a good part of your capital will be wiped out. These are few more examples of option prices. you can clearly see the volatility in options is much more compared to the cash segment. See, you will get a lot of good opportunities in options, but do note that you have to maintain strict stop losses. Now coming to the strategy part. Maintaining stop losses through all the methods that we have discussed is one method. Maintaining a stop loss through a strategy itself is another method. So आज का ट्रेड में आप देख सकते हो that the view on the market was slightly on the bearish side. Within the first hour you could not tell it. पहले एक घंटे में कोई नहीं बोल सकता था that today will be having such a heavy selling pressure day. But as a trader, as the day gradually progresses, our work is to react to the markets, not to predict it. So what you could do is you could have considered a bear spread strategy today, wherein you buy the at the money put option and you sell a slightly out of the money put option. So you buy 24,800 put option and you sell 24,600 put option. That was one way to trade, wherein your capital is fixed. आपने जितना कैपिटल डाला है, दैट इज द यू नो एट द राइट ऑफ द एट द स्ट्रेटजी स्टार्ट इटसेल्फ कि इतना मेरा मैक्सिमम लॉस है एंड दिस इज माय मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट in this particular trade. So this is the example of Nifty, wherein there has been selling pressure in the market, and you could have considered a bear spread trade. A bear spread is a method wherein especially good when you want to carry forward your trade to the next trading day, because option अगर आपने naked call option या put option buy किया है, it's very difficult and challenging to maintain a stop loss. बट इन स्प्रेड ट्रेड्स योर कैपिटल इज प्री डिटरमाइंड कि इतना मेरा मैक्सिमम लॉस है एंड इतना मेरा मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट है. So this is just the same what I wanted to highlight, that this is the bear spread strategy which I wanted to explain, wherein you buy the 24,800 put option, you sell the slightly out of the money put option, that is 24,600. Both put options have the same underlying and the expiry month. The net effect of the strategy is to bring down the cost of the buy put leg. Maximum आप में इसमें loss जो है that is you should see it is 70 rupees. It is just an example perspective. It is not meant to tell what has to be done or no. It's just from an understanding perspective that you buy the 24,800 put option for 100, you sell the 24,600 put option for 30. So net you receive 70 into 75. That is your maximum loss in this particular trade. Now coming to future hedge strategies. This is another method wherein if you are trading in futures, how you can maintain a stop loss with the help of options, and you can reduce your losses. So let's directly go to the example itself. So this is the example. So there will be traders who feel that the markets can recover. This is just from an example understanding perspective. It has nothing to do with the price action currently. So markets are at 24,800 levels. We are assuming it. And suppose a trader has a bullish view on the market. So what he does is he purchases 24,800 futures, and simultaneously he will purchase 24,800 put option as well. So if the trade goes in his favor, suppose there is a 500-point recovery in the market and Nifty rallies from 24,800 towards 25,300 on the upside. So if there is a 500-point bounce back or rally in the market, he will make decent amount of profit in his future position. जो put option buy किया है, that will be a loss because that put option has expired worthless. That is one scenario. That is the good part of the trade. The other part of the trade is अगर trade गलत जाता है तो फिर क्या? There are many times when you buy future positions, the trade may not go in your favor. So suppose there is a 500-point correction in the market. So suppose Nifty corrects from 24,800, it corrects towards 24,300 on the downside. That's the time where your put option will actually come into play. So you make a loss in the future segment, but you are able to recover a good part of the loss through the put option. तो net आपका जो loss रहता है, it is minimized to a very large extent. So 7,500 is the maximum loss that you can incur in this particular trade. That's because you have taken the put option, and the put option has protected your capital to a large extent. सो ये पे ऑफ डायग्राम है विच इज ऑफ द हेज स्ट्रैटेजी. अगर आपने नेकेड फ्यूचर्स बाय किया रहता, then you would be having what is on the right side is your payoff diagram for a naked futures. If you had taken a hedge strategy, then the payoff diagram is on the left hand side. So it clearly shows that अगर आपने put option buy किया, you would be limiting your losses to a large extent. In terms of risk, these are the strategies which have the highest risk. When you're trading in options, ये सारे strategies में highest risk है. It's a pyramid diagram. We have the highest risk associated with naked selling of short call and short put options. So avoid doing short selling of options. The lowest amount of risk is in actually directly buying the call and put option. But the probability is slightly less in these type of strategies. So this is an understanding of the payoff diagram. This is the last slide wherein I just wanted to highlight few very important points. This slide we always show to all our traders. Always maintain a stop loss. जब भी आप derivative trading में या cash में भी, whenever you are doing trading which has a very short term time frame, you should always be maintaining a stop loss. Never do trading without a stop loss, because it is one of the very useful methods to protect your capital on the downside. The other is leverage. Whenever the markets are extremely volatile or choppy, it is better to reduce down on your leverage as well. And the other point is hedging strategies, wherein if the markets always, if you want to carry forward your derivative positions, avoid doing naked call and put options. You can do it, but do it with small premium amounts if you're expecting a large gap up or a gap down opening. But on normal days, it is better to do trading in a hedged manner, that is a bull spread, bear spread, या फिर even the sideways strategies like an iron condor, iron butterfly. ये सारी strategies you can do, wherein you know that what is going to be your fixed loss and what is going to be your fixed return while trading in the markets. So that's an end of today's session. Thank you to all our friends for having attended the session. Sorry once again regarding the technical glitch at the start of the session, wherein there was a bit of issue. But nonetheless, it's more or less example based. I've explained most of the examples in a very simple manner. So now we can start with the Q&A. If any of our friends have any questions regarding the session, please do ask. I'll be more than happy to respond to it. Thank you. So I've actually not done that. So Siddharth Malik has asked hedging futures with synthetic futures. So synthetic futures, we have actually not done it. See, but hedging actually should be done to an extent wherein you actually end up making profit. If the delta of the particular hedge once again becomes a zero, मतलब आपने एक long position लिया है, आपने exact एक short position लिया है, you will not end up making any profitability. So the hedge should be such that if your trade goes excessively wrong, then the particular hedge comes into picture. So like I had explained with the put option, wherein you take a futures and you take the at the money put option. So उनका delta में difference है. So the futures has a delta of 1, wherein the option has a delta of 0.5. So if the trade goes in your favor, you are making money. If the trade goes against you, your losses are to an extent. Likewise, अगर आपका पूरा ट्रेड में अगर 1:1 मतलब डेल्टा रहेगा, wherein it is on the positive side you have 1 and 1 cancels out, on the negative side 1 and 1 cancels out, that would not be a profitable trade. So see to that the delta is not matching in a hedge trade, and then you will be able to do it. So E margin also, there is a question from Ajay So this uh, so there is a question regarding should I put a stop loss in E margin too? All the trades which we give, sir, in E margin are always with a stop loss. We have never given an E margin call without a stop loss. The reason for this is E margin also has a very valid time frame. Even though it is a slightly longer time frame, you have a period where you can carry it for multiple sessions, but the view can always go wrong. There is no trade which it is done for a short period of time which cannot go wrong. So unless it is a delivery position which you have taken for years together, in such trades it's okay if you do not maintain a stop loss. But E margin जिसमें already leverage है, it is always advisable to trade it with a stop loss. So generally we give E margin trades with a stop loss of 3 to 5%. That's the maximum stop loss that we give. We never give larger stop losses than that. And on the upside also, that's what we are basically trying to capture. We are not trying to capture 15-20% on the upside. We are also trying to capture 3 to 5% on the upside. So it's always advisable to do trading in derivatives E margin segments with a fixed stop loss. So I'll have to check on this, Siddharth, what you have mentioned. I do not have a clear idea regarding it, but I'll do check it with the product team and I'll see what best can be done regarding your issue. So I'll convey the same to the required team, and hopefully they will be able to solve your query. Point noted. Yeah, we have any other queries, or we can, if there are no queries, we can end the session. Thank you to all our friends who have attended today's session. It was a pleasure taking the session. Tomorrow, once again, we'll be having a session. My friend Ashwin Ramani will be taking that session. So please do join in tomorrow as well. It's on a very interesting topic. So thank you to all our friends for having taken the time out and having attended today's session. Thank you.